Hey everyone, I'm Chris, and today I'd like to show you a TV I found. It was on the side of the road, somebody was throwing it out, and since I like repairing things like this, I figured I'd give it a shot and see what I could do with it. So I turned it on, and I got a blippy picture for about a half a second, and a lot of buzzing and popping in the back, so I decided to shut it off, and I'm not going to show you that because I don't want to do any more damage. But we're going to open up the back and see what we can find, and we'll see if we can repair this thing. Okay, so I've removed the back panel of the TV, and I'm about to do my inspection of the power control board and any of the other circuits to see what might be going wrong. I've removed the screws along the power control board for these top plates, and I've also removed the screws here so that I can remove the power control board itself. And I'm just going to pull the connecting wires out. I already removed the power cable. Now, looking at the power cable, I can see that it's charred, and there's obviously something going on here. It's also charred on the circuit board itself. After looking at this capacitor is definitely blown. It's broken on the back side. The top is popped. I've looked over the rest of the power control unit, and this capacitor over here also seems to have a bit of a raised top. I don't think that it's blown, but I'm going to replace it just to be on the safe side. Okay, so I have my power control board here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove this piece for the main power cable because this one got really charred up, and I'm just going to connect the power cable directly to the PCB board because the power cable can be disconnected from the other end anyway, so it really makes no sense to have it try to fix this and reuse this. So I have my soldering iron hot. I have my replacement capacitors that I'm going to use, and I have the most important tool of all, my coffee. So let's get started. As you can see on this, it's really messed up. The cap is clearly blown on it. That was obviously a problem. It's important to note which way the capacitor goes. That way you can put the new one in the same exact way. So I'll be putting this lead in first. Okay, so I've replaced this capacitor, and I've also replaced this capacitor, and I've screwed the power control board back into the TV. So what we're going to do now is we're going to replace the covers on here, and we're going to plug it in and see what we get. Yeah, if you'll also notice, right up here I've actually soldered the power cord directly into the power board. And down here is where it just plugs into the switch on the bottom. So there's no problem with disconnecting this to take the board off again. Okay everyone, this is the moment of truth. Let's see what we get. Beautiful. Okay, picture's looking a little bit fuzzy. Make sure the connector is the correct HDMI port here. One, HDMI two. Alright, so we're getting somewhat of a picture. I'm not sure if that's due to a loose cable. Let's see what we got. Now the bad part about this is that I do not have a remote for it. Okay. That's looking a lot better. Still a little bit fuzzy on the picture, but I'm thinking that's just a loose connection in the back somewhere on the T-con board or somewhere on the input board. But TV turns on, so I'd say this was a win. Thanks for watching, everyone.